Hello, welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I am Stevie B, happy to have you all with us today. Let's get the day started right by taking a couple of really big sips. We got a whole fresh pot of coffee ready to go. Nothing like some good old strong coffee in the morning to get things started. So I've been pumping out a ton of videos lately, and I've been doing that for a couple reasons. Number one, I can't sleep. I've got real bad insomnia going on because of some stuff I'm dealing with in real life. Number two, just to be able to put content out there for you guys. I know that this channel is something that a lot of Entropia players really kind of depend on, rely on to get a lot of their information to help them out in game, and I know I'm not the most reliable person when it comes to putting out content. I wish I could promise you guys a video every single day. I just can't. With everything I've got going on in real life, between my job and all the crap going on in my nightmare of an existence, on top of all the other responsibilities I have, unfortunately, the channel just doesn't get the kind of love that I wish I could give it. I try and give it as much as I can, but that's why I've been trying to pump it out there for you guys. So right off the bat, I want to tell you guys, before I get to the exciting part of today's video, I apologize if the videos have been being released kind of out of order, or if they seem like they're being released a couple of days or even a week late. A lot of times I'll record 4, 5, 6, 7 videos in a day, and then I release them over the course of the next week. So sometimes I'm releasing videos that might be brand new news whenever I record it, but then by the time you guys see it, it's 3 or 4 days old. So if that's been something that you guys have been noticing, I do apologize and want to address that up front. So today, I wanted to make a video. I am on Kali, but today's video is actually going to be about Cyrene. And Cyrene is a great planet. Some people have been asking me why I don't cover it more on the channel. It's not that I don't think that Cyrene is awesome, or that there's not some amazing opportunities on Cyrene. Cyrene is honestly one of the better planets in game. It's up there with Next Island in my personal opinion. Personally, I rank Next Island, then Cyrene, then Arcadia, then Calypso. Well, probably Tulun / Monria up there, equal with Arcadia. Arcadia would be a little bit higher on the list, but the dev team is only just now able to get to doing some stuff that they really should have been on top of about a year and a half ago. So anyway, needless to say, Cyrene's a great planet. I just can't specialize in absolutely everything. Nobody can. And this is one of those areas where it provides an opportunities for you guys in game. There's opportunities to specialize in ways that most people don't think of. Take Next Island for example. Kat runs nihelper.com. Kat probably knows more about Next Island than anybody else in game. In fact, if I have a question about Next Island, guess who I send a private message to? Kat. And she always knows the answer. She's always got a link ready to go where she's already answered the question somewhere on nihelper.com. A lot of times I'm just too lazy to find it. Well, you guys can specialize in areas like Tulun, Monria, DSEC 9, Cyrene, and Cyrene's one of those planets that it just never really appealed to me as much as somewhere like Next Island or Entropia would, so therefore I haven't spent as much time there. I just never really could get into the theme of it, but there are some great opportunities there, and I do need to cover it more. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was actually an opportunity on Cyrene. Yes, I did finally hit FAL Codex repeat. I'm 33% of the way through my first repeat, and wow, we'll talk about that in a different video because it's a lot. So if we go to auction, and we go to close, and we go to highest, we see this right here, the Courier touched bodysuit female. So let's pull it up and check out the stats. So first of all, it just looks kind of cool. It's a bodysuit. It's got this really dark baby blue and black look to it. I really like it. Those are some of my favorite colors. Full TT is 161 ped. So cool looking bodysuit. But then if we look at the stats, increase run speed by 25%. Skill gain, mining by 4%. Skill gain, tool construction 4%. Skill gain, garment construction 4%. Skill gain, item construction 4%. Modifiers on equipment, increases inventory carry capacity by 20 kilograms. So this item has some pretty wicked stats. It's a mixture of a max run speed suit or ring mixed with the spikes from the shub mixed with the Silver Crown of Sahar mixed with a mining buff. I mean, it's all of it mixed together in one cool bodysuit. So where did this come from, and why is it currently on auction for 10,000 PED, 1,000 US dollars? Well, it came from Cyrene. So in order to understand this garment, we need to understand some other garments. And it just so happens we have some of those on auction also. We've got the Duster Courier jacket. If you notice, it increases run speed by 20%. Also pretty cool looking. You'll notice we've got the Duster Courier goggles, the pants. So you have to have the entire set for it to increase the run speed. And the jacket. I like the jacket. I think the jacket's pretty cool. So the bodysuit kind of does everything. If you get this Duster Courier set, it only does the run speed. And you would, I believe you have to have several of the pieces equipped. I don't think you have to have the whole set equipped, but I do think you have to have more than one of them equipped in order to get the buff. You may only need one. I'm not 100% sure on that. Now, that said, let's look at another set from Cyrene. This is similar. This is the Turrelian Touched jacket. Now you'll notice it looks a lot like the Courier jacket, but this one has skill gain mining 4%, skill gain tool construction 4%, skill gain garment construction 4%, skill gain item construction 4%. Are you noticing anything? If you mix all this stuff together, that's the same stats as the bodysuit, right? So how do we get any of these items, and how do we specifically get 2 bodysuit? Well, for those of you who are down for a really big challenge, I've got good news. You're going to be in for one. So I'm going to read it, and I know you guys can't see this, but I will put a link in the description of the video. This is sirenedream.org/touched-courier-clothing. So I'll put a link to this in the description of the video. So you talk to Belladoff at the Rift Revival Station, and essentially he's going to let you go through a mission in order to get different gear. So as you read down, the first mission's name is Settler's Life. Earn 13,500 Turrelian Crystal PED kill points. Doing that lets you choose one piece of Turrelian settler clothing, and the cooldown period on that mission is every 24 hours. There's another mission, Looking Out. Earn 14,500 Turrelian Zealodoth kill points. Choose one piece of Turrelian outerwear clothing every 24 hours. And then on the website, it's got a list of all the different mobs and their levels and their HP and their damage types and waypoints to them. There are 4 pieces of outerwear and 5 pieces of settler clothing. So the settler clothing looks just like what I just showed you guys. It's the cool jacket and the cool coat and the goggles and the boots and the pants, but it's kind of a red color. And then the Turrelian outerwear is the exact set I just showed you guys, only instead of being blue, it's white, and it's a shirt, pants, shoes, jacket, etc. So you get these items from doing those 2 missions, and like it says, you can only do the mission once every 24 hours, so you can pick one piece every 24 hours. So it looks like we've got roughly 9 pieces total, maybe a few more. Okay, so once combined with Turrelian Essence, these pieces of clothing upgrade to Turrelian Settler, from Turrelian Settler into Duster Courier, and from Turrelian outerwear into Turrelian Touched. So you can take one set and upgrade them via Turrelian Essence, and then you can take the other set and upgrade them via Turrelian Essence. To upgrade them, you simply place each piece of clothing separately into a refiner with the required amount of Turrelian Essence. Now, Turrelian Essence is a stackable. It is PvP lootable. It does have a fairly low TT value, and it looks like about a peck a piece. So one Turrelian Essence is 1 peck. And this Turrelian Essence stuff, it's an extremely, extremely, extremely rare drop. It's an extremely rare loot. So you would need several hundred Turrelian Essence to get a full set. It looks like 150 to about 200 Turrelian Essence per piece, give or take. Again, the info is on cyrenedream.org. I will let you guys see it there if you want to go to the link. So the good news is, as you're hunting those Crystal Peds and those Turrelian Zealodoth, if you're in the Rift, then the Turrelian Essence is a rare drop from those two mobs. The Duster Courier set, it appears, like I said, I think you only need 4 out of the 5 pieces to get the bonus buff. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't think you have to have the entire set on in order to get the bonus buff. But that's the blue one that gives you the run speed bonus of 20%. The full set is Courier Coat, Courier Goggles, Courier Boots, Courier Jacket, Courier Pants, which honestly, I really like the look of it. It's got this light blue and this baby blue. It's a really good looking set. And then Turrelian Touched, you only need 3 of the 4 pieces to get the skill gain bonus. It's the shirt, the pants, the boots, and the jacket. Also light blue. Now, you can put both of them on at the same time, and essentially you combine it for the bodysuit. If you take all 9 pieces and put them in a refiner along with 500 ARC faction badges, that's where the suit pops out. So in order to get to this bodysuit is the last part of it. You've got to go through all that. You've got to go through the kill point missions and actually get each piece of clothing. As you're going through the kill point missions, hopefully you're getting that Turrelian Essence and saving it, because it's an extremely rare drop. Once you have enough Turrelian Essence, you can take all 9 pieces and put them into the refiner with the Turrelian Essence and have it spit out the 9 individual pieces. Then you can put the 9 touched pieces into the refiner along with 500 ARC faction badges. Bada bing, bada boom, spits out the bodysuit. So it's a long chain, to say the least. Anybody who wants to get that bodysuit is going to be working on it for a while. I was talking to a player just the other day, and they said to get the Turrelian Essence they needed for everything, it took them over 6 months, and they were actually buying it off auction and spamming the trade channels to buy it as well. So needless to say, it was not a small thing. However, if you're one of those people that you like grinding for an in-game goal, end-game, not in-game goal, then this might be one for you. I know 4% skill gain doesn't seem like a lot, but in this game where skills have real cash value, it's a ton. I can promise you that. So that being said, Cyrene, if you're there, if you're going to be doing some mission chains, you can probably stack these mission chains with other mission chains. But the reason I wanted to cover it is A, to give Cyrene some love on the channel, B, to show you guys some stuff that's been floating around in game, because I've actually had people hitting me up asking me, hey, where are these Turrelian clothes coming from? Where's this Turrelian Touch stuff? How do you get your hands on it? So since I had people specifically asking me about the bodysuit, about the goggles, about all the different clothing and the buffs and the skill gains, I wanted to put it out there for you guys. That way you guys would actually know where to find the information, and that way you guys would actually know kind of what the mission chain entails. So I think it's a really cool mission chain with some really cool garments. If you go to the website and you look, the outerwear is originally white, and the settler coat, the Turrelian set, the coat, the goggles, the boots, the jacket, and the pants, they're originally red with no buff. I kind of like the red too. I think the red looks good just for aesthetic purposes, just as something to wear and have a little bit of a different look for your avatar. However, once you put the Turrelian Essence into everything turns this amazing light blue and baby blue. So I really think the set looks amazing in that respect too. I wish that they had a separate set that somehow incorporated the red, because the red just looks killer. But I'm happy with the blue. The blue looks really good, and it's very fitting for Cyrene, because when I think of Cyrene, I think blue for some reason. So I hope that tells you guys where this Turrelian Touch stuff is coming from, where these bodysuits are coming from, and obviously talking about the skill gains is a whole separate video in and of itself. But needless to say, I wanted to give Cyrene some love, and this is one of the cooler things I've seen coming from Cyrene lately. So guys, I'm going to leave it for there for today. I know we've got a lot more stuff to cover. I've got a ton more videos to make for you guys, so they will keep it coming. For now, we're just going to leave it there. Sip, sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. Head over to earnped.com because when you earn, we earn. By far the best way you guys can support us. Simply log into earnped.com. Use the links on the website to go to hideout.tv. Hideout will see you came from our website and it will add us as a redemption option for your Hideout points. Guys, be sure and hit that bell icon, that subscribe button, and the like button on every single video. When you do those three things, not only does it help you stay in touch with us and stay up to date on the videos we release, but it also tells YouTube to give us more exposure. It then puts our videos in front of people who have never played Entropia or even heard of Entropia before, but who play PC games, MMOs, and real cash economy games. And a lot of times, next thing you know, they're subscribing to the channel, they're watching the videos. 4, 5, 6 months later, they start playing Entropia. Now they're part of the community, now they're part of the game, now they're part of the economy, and that very well may be somebody who's a society mate of yours someday down the road, or who buys something off auction or does a private trade with you at some point, all because you hit those 3 buttons. So yes, it helps us, but it helps the game, the community, and it helps you guys too. So do it. We'll be back with more for you later this week. Take care, Stevies.